Hey, good morning, everyone. Oh, just thought I'd bring you in here right quick. As you can see, it's a nice, bright, sunny day. But today what I'm doing is taking these snouts off the corn head. And yeah, this video is not going to be of me sitting here taking all these snouts off, I can tell you that much. I'm not going to run it that long. But just thought I'd show you a little bit what's happening. But I've been getting stuff cleaned up. Got the corn head all cleaned out, everything all blowed out. You probably saw my last little short video I did of that. Yesterday, I got both bean heads, and they're right back here. Got the 20-foot and the 35-foot, got them all blowed out, cleaned up. I gotta grab my, I usually keep a little piece of cardboard that I jot notes down on. Got a few things I gotta put down on to work on. On the 35, let's see here. If I remember, I gotta go over it. But I know there's one auger finger that broke off. I got to put a new auger finger into it. There's a little, like little stabilizer arm with little eyelets, or I call a ball joint. In the end of it on the wobble box, I got to take and put a new one on. Just some little odds and ends. This one right here is pretty much good to go, I thought, until I got looking a little bit closer. The stainless steel feather sheets. I thought I was going to have to take and redo those because the edge where that black strip rubs on the stainless steel, I thought they were getting holes until I got looking closer. Come to find out it's not. And so they're good to go for another year. Because when I do that, I will do the same thing on that head that I did on this one here a couple years ago. Where this, well, here you can see it better over here. Until I ran, oh yuck, just ran my face right into a big cobweb. Anyway, this strip right here, that is onto the cutter bar. It's got like a little taper where it goes straight back and then it kind of tapers up. I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera or not. Anyway, as the sickle floats up and down over the ground, it's constantly rubbing on the stainless steel feather sheet. Well, what happened here a couple of years ago is it was starting to take and actually get holes worn into the sheet. And so what I did, instead of replacing the whole entire thing, because that back there is all still good, is I just cut off, if I remember, I think it was the front 4 or 5 inches, I forget now, I'd have to measure it. Anyway, and I just had a machine shop make me up new stainless steel strips. And then somebody just punched holes through and bolted it on. I had some people tell me they thought them bolt heads would hold trash and not let stuff flow in. Well, so far, I've never had any trouble. It works great. And now, if I get holes worn in these again, take them off, have new strips made up, done deal. If I remember right, it seemed like it's like $160 to do that. Compared to, if I remember right, going through AGCO to replace that whole entire pan all the way across there, all those sections. I think it was like right around $1,500 to $2,000 for all that stainless steel. That's insane. Whereas here I did it for $160 and I made it so that it is replaceable now. Simple. But today I'm working on getting this corn head ready to go. Well, ready to drop off. And I actually take and store it at my house in my garage. Like I've told some people, there's a hairpin right there. You pull that out and it'll let the snout drop down. I take and just sit the end of the snout on top of this 2x4, like that, until I get this back bolt here And the same thing on this side. Take this bolts out, take the end off, set it on top, and it just makes the head a lot more narrower. But like I've told some people, you know you're a true farmer when you keep tractors and a corn head in your garage and your pickup truck stays outside. Because if I remember right, my garage it's either 24 or 26 wide by 36 or 38 feet long. I forget. It's one of those. And so it works out great that way. But that's basically what's been happening this week, is just a lot of cleanup. We got all of our chisel plowing done last week, and so that made it nice. Of course, you saw my videos on that. Let me tell you something, being able to, well, I know that one day, we did about, I think, it's right around about 115 acres. And that was just my dad and I running that morning. At noon, he had to stop for a couple hours and go get some parts for his furnace at his house. And so it was just me running for about, a good about 3 hours by myself. And then Dad got back and my cousin showed up, and then my brother was able to help. And so we had all 4 chisels going. And so, yeah, we were able to run all 4, knock out about 115 acres that day. Like I've said before, 38 shanks in the ground. That's all 4 chisel plows. You can definitely cover ground fast. Only just one problem. In fact, if I can make good headway here, I may go do it after I get done taking these snouts off. But the one chisel plow, okay, let's cut that bolt. The case chisel that we run on the Allis-Chalmers 8070, and right there is how the snout drops off. You just take the bolts out and it comes right off. But the chisel, that case chisel that we run on the 8070, sure enough, I found the next morning I was actually going to take and reverse the chisel points because they were getting worn down pretty good. And so when I got down here, it was still dark outside. Hopped in the tractor. I was getting ready to back the chisel into the shed to start working on it. And I turned around in the tractor and looked backwards, and one of the shanks is missing. And Dad's already been out hunting for it. And so far, we can't find it. Sheesh. Go ahead and dump all that out. But, the day we did the 115 acres, there we go, that's when we're pretty sure that's when the thing came off. Because when we stopped at noon, like I told you there, all 4 chisel plows have like a raker bar to help level things back out after you go over it. And when we stopped at noon, I noticed something wasn't right on that case chisel plow with that raker bar. And so Dad and I checked it out right quick, and we are both basically positive that that shank was on there. We have a basic idea of where, and so we pretty much know where we ran. But so far, trying to find that dumb shank, and so yeah, you got the, not only do you have the point, you got that, it's like a C that goes up and hooks onto the chisel frame. And so trying to find that is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And so, if I have enough time, get my board back underneath there, after I get these snouts dropped off, I may jump back on the four-wheeler and run around and see if I can try and find that, because that could do some major damage on a tire. Or if you caught it just right, for example, like duals on the combine, duals on the tractor, if the thing happened to flip up, it could actually take and poke 2 tires at one time. And so, hopefully that don't happen. That's why we want to find it. So anyway, well, okay, alrighty. Like I said, I just figured I'd show you what's been happening. Last night, I also jumped up on top of the grain bins and cleaned out the Versaloops. So they're all cleaned up, good to go for next year. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and just video taking all this off. But anyway, so I think I'm going to call that an end to this video. So take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.